Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We have a beer. This beer is from the Blue Elephant Brew House. This is their Sweet Leaf, which is 5% alcohol. What is the Sweet Leaf? I don't know. I do know they had a porter and a stout that was advertised. I wonder if the Sweet Leaf is one of those two. They don't give you much information, and it's all handwritten, so I guess that could be the stout. Deep ruby red. Looks nice. Lots of big off-white head. Lots of carbonation in there. Lots of snap, crackle, pop. So, this is my fourth beer from Blue Elephant. And I had two beers that were pretty damn good. And I had one beer that was a butter bomb. This one's another butter bomb. So now I'm 2 and 2. I'm two actual well brewed beers and two butter bombs. I don't know if they are all. I didn't get a tour of the place or anything. It was just what I could see as I walked through and went to the bottle area, following one of the servers. But I don't know if they are an extract brewery. They do talk about using local malts and stuff, so I would assume they're not. But I mean, I would expect this much butteriness more from an extract brewery than a all grain brewery. But I mean, all grain can still do it too. But yeah, very buttery, very sweet. Buttery caramel out of the can, and just buttery out of the glass. Part of their advertising is also local tastes better, and I always argue that you drink a beer because it tastes good, not because it's local. And this is one of those things. I mean, right now I could go to the Blue Elephant and buy two of their beers because I think they taste good. And one of their beers I don't think tastes good at all, and I would not buy it even if it was local. This one is very buttery smelling. Might not be as buttery tasting. It might be overpowered by other things, but if this one is very buttery tasting, well then I'm 2 for 2. There's two beers that, well, 2 for 4. There's two beers that I can drink and two beers that I can't. And it is what it is. Could it be a bad batch? Maybe. But was it like every batch that was done that week? This was canned June 29th, so it's very fresh too. I mean, today is July 9th. So we're looking at about 10 days. Yeah. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay. Light-bodied, mild carbonation. Buttery, under-attenuated caramel flavoring up at the forefront. And a very nice roasted coffee-like finish. So Sweet Leaf, most likely they're stout, because it does have a very, very definite roasty character, like almost like a charred wood and black coffee. So the back end is powerful enough to overpower the front end of this beer. However, the front end of this beer keeps this from being a beer I love. You give me something that doesn't have that buttery flavor up the forefront, just like some molasses or some chocolate or something up at the forefront. You get that butteriness out of there. This would probably be an 8.5 out of 10 because this is a really nice beer. The finish is just very, very exquisite. It's exactly what you'd want out of a stout, a porter, a really good amber ale, really good Irish red. I mean, you have a nice sweet maltiness up at the forefront to counterbalance with that coffee and charred wood bitterness on the back end, and you have yourself a great beer. And this has some sweetness up at the forefront, but again, it's that caramel and butter mixture, and that just doesn't work in the mixture. But it's still a nice beer. Out of 10 on that, I'd probably give it a 6. I mean, and that means that the butteriness is not enough to make me dislike it. Like, I could actually almost recommend this. I could sit there and say, you know what, that was a pretty good beer. It had this as its fault to me. But all in all, it was a drinkable beer. And, I mean, for just about $3 a can, that's all you can really hope for in the craft beer world, is at least something drinkable. I mean, you want something awesome, but at $3, as long as you get something drinkable, I can be happy, and I can drink this. I could drink this all the time. I just wouldn't want to buy another can. Unfortunately, I do have a second can of it to do something with, be it me drinking it myself or sending somebody else to get a butter bomb. I don't know yet, but thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir, a bientôt, see you soon, so long, sayonara, peace out.